Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes, but to get into accord with them. They are legitimately what directs high conduct in the world. Just as no one can be forced into belief, so no one can be forced into unbelief. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. Ultimately, after endless rebirths, it succeeds. This is one of the few points in which one may be optimistic about the future of mankind. The only person with whom you have to compare yourself is you in the past. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. For the action in rehearsal. Friendship is an art of keeping distance, while love is an art of intimacy. In a small matter, trust mind in the loved one's heart. Time spent with cats is never wasted. A layman will no doubt find it hard to understand how pathological disorders of the body and mind can be eliminated by mere words. He will feel that he is being asked to believe in magic. People do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. The first human who wrote an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. The ego is not master in its own house. Love and work. Work and love. That's all there is. The conscious mind may be compared to a fountain playing in the sun and falling back into the great subterranean pool of subconscious from which it rises. Public self is a condition construct of the inner psychological self. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. He has eyes to see and ears to hear may convince himself that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips. The betrayal oozes out of him at every pore. In the depths of my heart, I can't help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few exceptions, are worthless. It is impossible to escape the impression that people commonly use false standards of measurement, that they seek power, success, and wealth for themselves, and admire them in others, and that they underestimate what is true value in life. Immorality, no less than morality, has at all times found support in religion. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a wood instead of a rock. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is: what does a woman want? Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. Children are completely egoistic. They feel their needs intensely and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. Men are more moral than they think, and far more immoral than they can imagine. The liberty of the individual is no gift of civilization. It was greatest before there was any civilization. Illusions commend themselves to us because they save us pain and allow us to enjoy pleasure instead. We must therefore accept it without complaint when they sometimes collide with a bit of reality against which they are dashed to pieces. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel and enjoy manufacture of quotes. See you in the next video.